For number 16, you're asked for j of -1. So instead of looking at h, we're going to look at the j function. The j of x function is -2x squared plus 5x. So now instead of using x's, we're going to use -1 as our x value. We're going to plug that in and find what y is when x is -1. So I like to write it like this. -2 parentheses plus 5 parentheses. Oh, and we're squaring that first guy. So that's -2, that was our x squared, plus 5 times x. But now, instead of x, we're going to use -1. Now you need to be careful with your order of operations here. This is going to take us a couple steps, so just be patient. For our first step, we need to square the -1. -1 squared is +1. So this is -2 times +1 plus 5 times -1. So just square that -1 first. If you're putting this in your calculator, you can do it all in one step. Just make sure you put the parentheses in. If you square -1 in your calculator and you don't do it correctly, it will give you the wrong answer. Now, the next thing we're going to do is this multiplication. -2 times 1 is -2. 5 times -1 is -5. And -2 minus 5 is -7. So our answer is -7. And just to remind you what that means, we have j of -1 equals -7. That means when x is -1, y is -7. For 15 and 17, you're using the j function as well. If you haven't tried either of those yet, go ahead and try those.